When I return to the mountains, I hear silence. I hear the birds sing. I hear the wind in the trees. I hear the river. In our modern world, there is so much coming at us each moment. A constant, steady motion of distractions and noise. So many pathways that lead away from ourselves. But when I return to the heart of the mountain, when I return to Mother Earth, this living landscape, I return to myself, and in my solitude, I can hear my voice again. At first, it's like a faint whisper, carried in the winds, but it slowly begins to return, rooted and heard deeply in my soul. It is not through the outer world that we find ourselves. It is by returning to our own world within. For in our solitude, we reconnect to our spirit. And that is a very precious gift. Poet and philosopher John O'Donohue said, "Solitude is an entry and a coming home to your own deepest belonging."
Look at those mountains, 13,000 feet up. It's amazing.
Oh, listen. Hear the birds, the chickadees.
Yeah. I think all these scrub oaks have so much food for them in it.
I think they do too. It's so quiet.
Mm-hmm.
It's really special when you just hear nature. You know, for your, like your emotional self. You don't hear cars, you don't hear, all these urban sounds.
Yeah.
Like right now we hear the river, the birds, the wind.
And think about the birds, although those are young and new birds, that they've been making those noises in these forests for thousands of years. This has been just like this. So you're coming onto this as a visitor to something that's ancient, bigger than yourself.
I know, it's so true. Like we're just a tiny piece of this.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's something too when you live in nature and you're not in the hustle and bustle. It's like the trees, all the animals, the flowers, the birds, the river, the mountains, they all become your friends.
Yeah, part of you.
They become, it's like yourself and nature merge together. And then all of a sudden you find yourself sinking into this natural rhythm and you feel less things pulling at you.
Yeah, it's true. And for people that aren't living in nature, like when we go into town, sometimes the pace that you
feel
see,
it right
it's
away.
hard to adjust.
Okay, so you just have seen the making of this little loaf. It's a gluten-free vegan banana bread, blueberry walnut bread.
Oh my gosh.
The tricky part is that, we're slowly making steps forward to our kitchen. So we have a toaster oven, but I realized I didn't have a bread pan. So this little Pyrex glass bowl, I'm hoping, I looked it up, this Pyrex. I saw that it's oven safe. So let's hope that it's oven safe. I'm gonna go put it in the toaster oven. And the other thing is, it's so small that it's already coming up like to the top. So I'm worried as it rises in the oven, is it gonna be like overflowing? So you guys will see, we'll see what it is. Cross your fingers for me. We're hoping for the best. I'm gonna think positive thoughts.
Is this Rocky Mountain blueberry crumble
Yes, this
cake?
is Rocky Mountain gluten-free vegan blueberry
Crumble cake.
crumble cake.
Yum.
Okay, so let's go put it in the oven. Good morning.
Oh, good morning, you. Cheers.
Hey
Yes.
everyone.
Look what we got, the final product.
We got the blueberry banana Rocky Mountain bread.
Rocky Mountain bread. Ready?
Rocky Mountain banana bread.
Whoa! That is amazing! Oh my gosh, I love it.
So I think it came out pretty good. You guys saw the behind the scenes of making it. My challenges with the pan. I wouldn't recommend making it in that small of a pan because with the banana is so dense, it made it a little bit extra like gooey because it was so thick. But hey, we're flexible up here, right?
Oh, I like
when
it.
you live in a remote location in the mountains, you got to be a little creative. So I think it came out pretty good.
Amazing.
Yay!
We're going into business. Everybody want to order the Rocky Mountain
Yeah.
crumble cake.
There you go.
Oh, we love having you guys with us.
Yeah, how is everybody doing?
Wow.
We hope well.
We're sending you guys love wherever you are.
Lots of love.
Mm-hmm.
Hope you're just going to be able to find some solitude and peace in your
Yeah,
day.
we've been enjoying since we've been up here, actually. I feel like everything is we've been actually really busy since we've been up here with our work, but there's been also a slowing down. And I don't know, when you come up here to the mountains, there's also this quiet all of a sudden. And you hear the birds and you look at the mountains and you look at the sunset and you realize it's like reconnecting to yourself.
And we're so excited always to share it with you guys because up where we are, for some reason we get a bunch of birds. So you go out in the morning and you hear them singing, and even though it's winter, and Elizabeth, you had some great footage where you said you were just like filming the stick and the birds jumped in.
Yeah, it was really neat. I was, well, we do right now have a ton of birds up here, but the weird thing has been, for like the past month and a half, we've been putting up feeders, and because we want to get the birds to come closer to us. And I think it's important to offer the birds in the winter food to help them. But I don't know if they just haven't discovered the feeders, or if there's some sort of food source I don't know about here that they just are doing okay. But you hear them, there's tons of them out in the trees. And you hear them, you see them, but they haven't come to our feeders. I was going to try to put out water. Because I think if you put out water, that can be a good way to attract them. If you guys have any tips about how to attract birds, I mean, there's no problem in the summer. We have hundreds of hummingbirds right here right in front of us. But I don't know, because we also have the river just down from us. So I don't know if the water will do it either, because they have water. But I'm going to try to put out water.
They're so fun to watch.
Yeah.
I like the mountain blue jays. They're like hats.
Yeah, they have the tall.
They look cool.
What else is another neat story has been the fox.
Yeah.
We've had a friend, a really neat friend hanging around us.
Can I tell them? It was amazing because I was coming back up the hill, and Elizabeth was coming down, and I looked up and I saw this fox following her. And I'm like...
And I had no idea.
And she stopped, and the fox stopped, and I'm like, Elizabeth, do you know there's a fox following you?
I had no clue. Because here was the cool part about it was, I was out on the evening walk, Tim had run ahead of me, and I was completely absorbed in the beauty of the mountains. I felt like I was communing with the mountains. I was walking, and then I would stop, and I would look at the mountains, and so I had no idea. And then when Tim turned the corner and saw me, he's like, there's a fox following you. But it was kind of neat, because I kind of felt like, without me knowing, I kind of felt like me and the fox were like in a similar rhythm.
Yes.
And he was curious about me.
Yes.
And I didn't even know it. And then when I turned around, he was so cute because he sat down and he just observed us. And the theme for this video, which has been the theme of our life since we've come back to the mountains, has sort of been solitude.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of interesting. I think foxes kind of represent solitude because they're very solitary creatures, foxes.
Yeah, and they'll just sit there and look at you. And I had one other instance where I came up last night, and the fox was just sitting in front of our house, and he's just sitting there looking. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to sing to it. So I'm like, Rocky Mountain sun, come shine on down.
And what did he do?
He just watched and listened.
He was watching you?
And then I said, well, let's try John Denver. And he kept listening
You
and
like
watching.
John Denver too?
I think he liked my song.
But which did he like better?
Well, I think he liked my song better, but...
And then I came outside because it was sunset and it was pretty, so I took the camera out and I scared it away, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But also, we'll share with you, we've been catching it on the night camera.
Yes.
So he's really hanging around us, and it's hard to resist the temptation to feed it.
Yes.
Because I'll tell you something, he is so cute.
Yes.
But it's not a good idea.
Yeah,
So.
and something Elizabeth said before, that you just get really connected to all the different animals. So I think, like, we had a mountain marmot in the spring last year, and of course, a moose came down our driveway. But whatever animal there is, you seem to really gravitate towards it because it's just you and them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think when you come up in the nature, wherever you are, we find, you know, especially when we come up here, right now it's very, very quiet, which we love. And I think it's neat because when it's so quiet and you're by yourself, you find yourself befriending the trees and talking to the trees and talking to the mountains, and you feel like, or, you know, the fox or the birds, you really feel like they become your friends.
In the wilderness, those are your buddies, you know, so
Yeah, they are.
it's fun. It's fun just being in connection and, you know, not being part of this world and just being in a different place and wrapping yourself in the solitude. And, you know, that's what we hope you guys feel from these videos.
So is anyone else looking forward to spring?
Ooh.
Me. We are. We've had, as you guys know, some snow blizzards,
We
which
have more.
I know, and I look back at that and it's beautiful. I love it, and I think there'll be a time in the summer when it's busier.
Yeah.
We'll be longing for the quiet of those snowstorms. But I think we're anticipating spring.
Yeah. It's gonna explode. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
So get ready, everybody.
Yeah.
We're
Well,
so-
cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers
Lots
to
of
you
coffee.
guys. This is sort of just a little coffee catch up with you guys.
Yeah.
Just want to send our love to you.
Yeah, and we love
And
you guys.
we love you guys. We're so grateful for you. And thank you for being with us each Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday catch up. Peace.